Do you want to be better W keying with your duo? Well, we're going to watch how Nani and Pxmp drop a 35 bomb in duos, W keying in the first round of the Cash Cup. This should help you guys learn how to W key and understand how they're setting up fights. So let's get right into it. So first fight, they're con. Someone takes a piece of this. The two Nani Pxmp land up here at this area, and then another team lands down here. So what we can see is they're both waiting. Pxmp's getting all his HP up, and the other players aren't putting any pressure on. So Nani's not trying to take a 2v1 right now, especially with low HP. So he's waiting to see and find out where these guys are. Pxmp is going to jump in here, and then they dive at the same time. So first fight, right off the bat, perfect timing. Both these guys diving on the player. This guy's got no hope. Then Pxmp, visual audio, sees the player coming out of the bush. This guy has no hope either. Boom, quick elim. There's the first one. We'll skip. And we'll just go between fight to fight. There's no reason to like watch all these. The whole purpose of this VOD is to go over the games. So quickly win fight number 1. And then we're going to go and try and take the next fight. This one, honestly, not even well set up. Just trying to push as quickly as possible, knowing that these players are going to be weak. We see Pxmp going for the piece control. Nani's just straight in the face. That guy has no hope. And the big key to that one is the 2v1. Just forcing the 2v1 issue. And now we even see some excellent piece control. So this player's cone. The wall's grabbed. He's going to grab this wall. This player's sitting up above. And this guy's got no hope as well. And again, both players are right here. So the key is to always fight with your duo. And as long as you do that, you're going to win more fights than you lose. But it also sometimes comes down to taking a slight second of patience instead of simply just jumping on every fight. You got to sometimes take a second, breathe, and figure out, okay, if I wait a second, my teammate can take shots as well. And these guys don't even have good loot, right? This is game number 1 of a Cash Cup, and they're like, all right, we're the best team in the lobby. I don't care. I'm fighting everybody. So again, visual audio, we see Nani coming in from one angle. And they work so well together, and it's almost unspoken. So Nani's trying to cut this guy off because he understands his teammates to the north, so he gets in front of him. And now this guy's cut off, and he has to fight 2 of these guys while Pxmp is trying to get in from the other side. Here, let me do this. So this guy's already been weakened, and then we see Nani just forcing pressure here. This guy's got no hope. And again, now it's a 2v1. I believe this player is going to be able to run away, but perfect execution from those players. You cut off the escape path, and then you force this player to have to fight you 2v1. He can't do that. And this is just what it is. So 5 elims right off the rip. 2 duos, and then they get a solo. And so they have identified another team here in Lumberyard or Logjam. And they're trying to find that player. They do find one. Again, we're doing a great job isolating one player. So we see right now, this player is totally isolated from his teammate who is not even appearing. He's all the way over here. This is no help. Daniel, sorry, you're screwing your teammate. He's all by himself. And they're taking 2 different angles. So this guy has not a lot of options to escape. And we see Pxmp pushing, waiting, not trying to jump in right away. And then he gets Nani right with him. So both these players are here, and then Pxmp jumps in. So you got to avoid jumping in right away until you have help from your teammate. And now we see this is just an easy one. This poor guy's trying to run. His teammate just got obliterated. Nani jumps in front of him. So again, cutting off the angle of escape. And so this guy's either going to be forced to fight Pxmp or fight Nani. He goes for Pxmp right away. And then these guys just continue to force this fight and close it very quickly. Ain't much to it. But it really is a lot to it. And it's a lot of like unspoken fighting. So just understanding what angles your teammates like to take or what angle they want to force in a fight. And then understanding where both players are. So if we're able to find both players, isolate one, take 2 angles, quickly choke and eliminate him, and then just jump on the other guy, right? Once you've already won the first 1v2 or 2v1, then the second one's going to be much easier. So again, we'll skip ahead. Just watching lots of fights here. And this is how you learn, right? Understanding what these fights are and how to better fight is going to help you just understand. So watching these over and over again, we may be pointing out the same thing, but ultimately it's going to help you guys get better because it's reinforcing certain pieces. So this is a different little fight here. We got players sitting on their head. And this is actually pretty common. I'm sure you guys have all been in a situation where you have somebody just sitting on your head and trying to either spray down at you or just not doing anything. So let's watch and see how this happens. And so Pump first starts shooting, grabs the attention of these guys. They have to build. Nani's going to grab an angle from a different side, hits the shot. That's really important because then this changes the way the fight goes. And then, I don't know why this guy's jumping on Pump, but Nani quickly is like, okay, this guy's already weak. I know where the other one is. Let me support my teammate. They win that 2v1. Again, always forcing that 2v1. And I think that's the key. And boom. This guy, he knows he's got no HP. Granted, not the best play out of that guy, but still, he's just taking that fight. And boom, he goes down. And next target acquired. So this is the Spider-Man. I mean, I can't really say too much about this one, but we see the piece control he's going for. He immediately spams all these cones and floors. And it's a different kind of material, so it's very easy to visually see what's going on here. So quickly doing that, puts the cone down. Initial damage to start, that's huge. Also, Nani, again, has an angle on this. So even when you're piece controlling, the pressure coming through, this player's forced on the pressure, doesn't even recognize Pumps on his head until he's already shot. And then now it's time to jump in once you've already dealt significant damage. He doesn't all in, though, because that's how you get yourself in trouble. Pump comes back to Nani. These two get together. And then they identify once again where this player is. And now they're really just taking ones. This is nothing crazy. This is two pro players winning their ones. Nani's just keeping this guy busy while Pump wins his first one. And then they're just going to spray this guy. And good luck, bro. GG's. GG's only. So next fight, Nani's here, sees this. This is actually the guys they eliminated at Sleepy at first. So Pump comes in, pressure again from multiple angles, makes it really difficult, gets the shots in, weakens the players. Pump gets in. This is actually a dumb play here by Pump, because if this guy were able to fully commit both of them to jumping on Pump, Pump goes down. This is the first time I've really seen them take bad angles, but again, Pump's just a better player here. Not really much to learn from that one besides the start and engagement of that fight, like putting pressure on from two different angles. Find another fight here. And one thing that was huge back when Unknown was a crazy W here was always the like engage damage. So when you start a fight, the damage you're able to put on before you take any is always huge. And we see that here. So this is a solo. These guys likely don't know that. Pump's just going in trying to piece everybody. And before he fully dives into another box, he tries to gain piece control of that box so he at least has space to work from and then work his way out. Poor guy. That's just SMGs. So Nani's still putting pressure on these other guys so they don't have a chance to breathe. And then again, we see Pump coming in from a different angle. I'm just going to keep saying this over and over again. Pressure from one side, gaining the attention, that focus forward is on Nani. These guys are protecting that. And then Pump comes from the backside. These guys really have no hope to try and stop pressure from two different angles. And then this is just going to be some nice plays by these guys. Pump is truly just going crazy. This is actually different because he's in the air, so this is a strategy you guys could use if you're using launch pads. So Nani's up in the air. We see Pump already putting pressure on. Little lag. But he never really gets in. Even against worse players in this first lobby, we don't see Nani or Pump fully committing into somebody else's box until there's significant damage done. And we see this again. Nani going ahead, grabbing some walls here. Making sure he has control. Going for the piece. We see the blueprint at it there to grab this one. That's something I would highly recommend. And these guys are just going side by side, forcing the issue. So the wood is Pump. The metal is Nani. And then at this point, we know exactly how this happens. Angles from one side, forcing the issue. Pump getting in. Poor guy. But we also see Pump is always going for the piece control too, trying not to allow someone to escape. Right? Like, this guy has nowhere to go. And Pump is literally grabbing everything here. Nani's just trying to chase this dude down, get the final shot because we know he's weak. But he's also doing the same thing, right? He's not trying to just, like, let this guy run away. Look at this guy go. Finally goes down. Honestly, they get lucky they don't get third-partied there. I feel like very often that happens. You get third-partied. So Nani just 1-1. Okay. But even from a distance, we see Pump putting pressure on. And it's always that pressure that doesn't allow players to breathe or really calm themselves. So if you just continue this, it makes it very hard to organize. If you're getting pressured from multiple angles, you're more worried about defense than you are about protecting yourself. Or not protecting yourself, but putting damage back out. And then boom, these guys are taking a terrible peek against two players just spraying in. And GG's, bro. You tried. Who's our next target? These poor guys did nothing. Literally nothing. Just chilling in their box. It's like, all right, time to get keyed. And we see one escape path has already been cut off. And now, trying to grab more pieces. These guys don't really have too many places to go. And this is understanding that your teammate just really isn't that good. Or not your teammate. Your opponent really isn't that good. They did not build a single box out until it was too late. And we're just sitting here allowing themselves to get pieced. There's not too much to learn from that one. But, you know, every once in a while, it happens. A buck ton at the end. Oh. So just in case anyone thinks Pumps ends, we all saw that, right? Oh, jeez. Not helping his case after I just said that. This is just psycho plays. Really nothing here. Honestly, it looks like they're just going to start jumping on people here in these end games. And I don't know that's really going to help you that much because the early and mid-game fights are probably more important to understand how to W key at this point in the game. Like, we're just piece controlling, and these guys they're all lost. We're watching a bunch of kids that are lost right now. So I'm not going to continue talking about this. Hope you guys learned something. You definitely should understand angles, putting pressure on, how to cut off paths from players. Make sure one player is going for piece control, the other one is going for the pressure, and the other one's trying to get damage. Like, it's just a constant effort of knowing what your teammate wants to do and how they want to play around. So if you guys enjoy the video, make sure to like and subscribe. My name's Somebody's Gun. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.